Are we on and working? We are on and working. Hey guys, Jason here with Samco Workshop. We are going to be talking about cleaning wheels for off-roading, all right? See, like I said, I don't know if you guys on this channel know it yet, but I spent a lot of time hunting. And I'm in Georgia, Michigan right now, but a lot of mud, a lot of stuff like that we deal with, and our wheels take a real beating. And there's ways to protect against that kind of stuff, as well as to keep them so that they stay less dirty during the year, you know, from regular normal use. So this is a pretty simple process here. We'll kind of cover it for you. And there's some tips that I'm going to show you, such as a product, something like this. If you're not aware of this yet, this Ice Seal and Shine, don't worry, just trust me or understand that I did the research already, okay? Research is what I do. I have the photography company. With that company, it means I spend a lot of time editing in front of a computer. 20, 25 hours a week, I'm in front of a computer working. When I get an idea in my head and I want to go, well, what is the best protectant for your paint, best protectant for this kind of stuff, best protectant for clear coat wheels, I start researching this, and I spend 20, 25, 30 hours researching it. And trust me, this is by far available today without doing an actual ceramic coat, which you can't, most people don't have the capabilities of doing. But for something do it yourself, user friendly, nothing beats this. This has got the chemical resistance and the wear strength and durability that nothing can match, and it's like $9 a bottle, so it's incredible. I'll show you how this works. An incredible wheel cleaner that is non-acidic right here, okay? Superior Dark Fury. This is my second gallon of this, but now here's the thing. When I bought my first gallon, I knew it was nice, but let me break it down for you. It used to be called Rage. My first one was called Rage. Now it's called Dark Fury. I'll put a link to this stuff. But the advantage to it is that this is designed to be cut down 4-to-1, okay? So 4-to-1. So what that means is this gallon actually makes 5 gallons when you put it in a spray bottle. So for like this spray bottle, when you fill it up to here, you're only putting in 4-to-1, this much, one finger of this stuff, okay? What you see in that cap is what fills this. And like I said, it's the same stuff as I used to use as Rage. It's an incredible, it's a high pH soap, non-acidic, and it does a fantastic job. Now they do say not to use it or use it carefully if you're on polished raw aluminum wheels like the old days used to be, because if you leave it on too long or you let it dwell too much or dry, it could pit. But like I said, those wheels don't even, they're barely even made today, so it's not an issue. But this is going to take all of this crap that we see in the brake dust and all that stuff, is going to eat it right off of there. But then, so we're going to clean it with this. Now I only use this about probably on the wheels. It's also a great bug remover on the front. You can use it on paint, you can use it on anything, but I usually use this about 3 or 4 times a year when they get really bad. And I'll use this, and then after I'm done, I'm going to apply this on a microfiber cloth to these, and this is going to give me that amazing protection, water beating capabilities that last for months. This is awesome. So I'm doing this about 4 times a year kind of thing is what my plan is. I used to just wax them, but after learning about this and what this is capable of, God, I cannot wait to get into this. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to take this stuff. Again, you can see how dirty they are. They're covered in dirt. You can water them if you want to first, but look at, I mean, you can see, I mean, look at that, won't even wipe out. Look at, I'm going to bring you into this one here and show you, but as I scrub on that, it's barely coming out. I'll roll you in here and let you look real fast at that and see what I just did. Let's see if we can bring you in here, but you can see how that section barely even moved. There, you can still see all the dirt in there. But so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply this and set it. So you use it on the tire. See all the brown on the tires? See all this brown that's on here? It's going to eat all that stuff right off of there and clean this. So it's going to clean the tire and clean the wheel perfectly. We are going to use the brushes, okay? Whether you want to do it, you know, old school with a paintbrush, which works great. A little detailer brush. When you buy these now, buy the ones that are plastic, not metal. I hold this one right here, so it doesn't matter. Another great brush. This is held up well, this Chemical Guys one, and it cleans out super well. And, you know, this is removable and washable foam pad for getting into stuff, wheel brush, which I really like too. So we're going to take this. We are just going to spray it right on, tone that down. And it's a brown color naturally. Okay, so we're going to let that just dwell and soak, and we're going to hit the tires too. We're going to let that just soak in. Let's tone that down even more. Bigger fan, there we go. And we're going to let that eat on the tires. You can also do your wheel wells which I usually just use WD-40 in there because WD-40 eats the dirt off too real well. But you could do all that if you wanted to, you know, whatever you want to do. But right now I want to hit that wheel, so we're going to soak that, make sure it gets into everything. We're going to let that dwell for a minute and let it chew. But now we can also use a brush on that, which is just fine to do, which no problem. If I want to take my brush, get it in here and get it working and hit this, I can even spray some right on the brush. But I can get that in there, get that working through there, get into all these little nooks and crannies. But what we're trying to do is detoxify and gunk and get that crap off of this wheel. So it's all nice and clean. So I'm kind of getting this one first into the spokes. I am not a professional car detailer, but I care about my finish and I want it protected and I want it treated. So we do that. Then we take this one and I want to get inside of all these little things like this and get into all those inserts. This works really good for that. That's what I use it for. It cleans in there, gets inside the logo as well. Okay, gets in here. You know, you can also use this one. Spray a little bit on there. Get right in here, all the face of this. You know, again, one paintbrush would do pretty much all of this stuff. You don't have to get that carried away with buying things. Okay, but we're going to clean that out real good. Like that. Make sure it's nice. Put one more little squirt on there. We'll get the tires. So we're going to hit those tires once more. Again, this stuff is cheap. One jug makes 5 gallons of this stuff when you dilute it down 4 to 1. And you can even take it to 5 to 1 if you want, and get even, you know, closer to 5.5, almost 6 gallons out of it. So, but this again is not a every single time I wash the car, because you know, this is a high pH, and the higher the pH, the more you're going to strip this kind of stuff off of there, or any waxes you have on there. So that's that. We put that on, we let it do its thing. And there it is. Now what we will do is let that dry. I could dry it with a blower, but I'm not gonna. So we're gonna let this dry. Once it dries, we're gonna apply that protectant on there that's gonna seal this all up. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, while I was waiting for that, I went ahead, got the other wheel started, but now basically what we have is we have that wheel dried off. So we're gonna take this microfiber cloth. So I'm gonna keep it right here in my hand. I'm gonna take this. We're going to put just a little bit on this. This stuff goes a long way. I don't need to spray it on the wheel. Basically just going to put a couple squirts like that right on my rag. And I'm going to, by hand, wipe this on. Now again, we only got to do this every couple of months, but you want to get everything in here. And I'm wiping this on, coating it all. And then I'll rinse it. I'll show you the water beating capabilities of this. But what this is this is a sealant. It's got ceramic, it's got SiO2 in it, it's got UV protectors in it, and like I said, this stuff, the durability and chemical resistance of this particular stuff is just straight up off the charts. This stuff is incredible. And again, I'm saying that based on hours and hours of research and reviews that I've read and things like that by people like Pan Organizer and really people that make a living detailing cars. So by doing this, we are protecting this wheel, so that anything else in the future for a good few months is going to be fine. I'm going to hit just a little bit inside of those just because it's too hard to get into with that part I did. So we can push it in. But like I said, just as quick, you know, 5 minutes per wheel every couple of months will really protect them. I mean, if you were to come in here close, you can see paint chip here, scratches there, paint chip there. I mean, these wheels take a beating off-road with rocks and things like that. Well, this stuff is going to help protect against that. And so we got it on. Now we're taking a dry part of this, and we're just buffing it and making sure we're good. And this is all we got to do. And it's water leveling too, so you know, if you don't get it all wiped off perfectly, it will take care of itself as water hits it, whether that's rainwater or car wash water. When you wash it, it will level itself out. And like I said, it's not expensive. I will use this on the car. Now right now I have other wax. I have McGuire's ceramic racks that I've been using for a long time on there. Once that wears off, I will start using this as a base layer on the entire car, on the trim even, on the windows. This will be put on everywhere, is that rock solid, super durable, long lasting sealant on there. And the Seal and Shine, again, what it is right there. Ice Seal and Shine. Again, you know, turtle wax, when I was growing up, turtle wax was nothing fancy, and there's all these new things out there, but watch the reviews if you don't believe me, or just take my word for it, because I did. When you learn about this, you will see that this stuff is insane. There's just something about it that is just incredible, but it handles resistance and has durability that nothing else out there that's so easy to apply and so affordable is capable. It blows the doors off of $50, $80, $100 stuff. I mean, it's incredible. But look at stone chips right there. So hopefully this will protect against that. You know, it's only got 15,000, 16,000 miles on it. But again, it gets a beating off-road. So there we go, and that is done. And now, heck, you can even see how that Dark Fury, look how nice and clean that wheel is. And all we gotta do now is just dress it with Armor All or Tire Shine or whatever we want to put on there, and we're good. But that is that wheel, completely done and protected. Let's hit it with a little water and see how well that water beads off out of there. So let's just give it a little spray of water here. Look at that. Look at that water beading and feeding. See that? You can see that protection on there now comparatively. Like, I'll take you, let me show you this one. Let's go over here and we'll come back to that. This one is now clean, but we've done nothing else to it. Look at the water. Look at the water, just how it has no beating properties, just runs right off of that. There's no protection on that wheel whatsoever other than clear coat, okay? Now when we come back to this one that we just did, look at the beading capabilities of this. Look at how that water beads right up. That is fully protected. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. So that's what we're gaining from using that. So the process was simple. Any degree wheel cleaner you want, Dark Fury, like I said, or used to be called Rage, this is technically 5 gallons of cleaner. So it's a very good deal in that aspect. And then see, Turtle Wax, Ice Seal and Shine. Again, who would have thought? But the review, I went online looking for the most powerful stuff that's going to do what I need as an off-roader and protect my stuff, and it happened to be something as simple as a Seal and Shine. And this stuff goes a long way. From the videos I'm watching, you could do 3 or 4 cars 2 or 3 times with this. So I mean, you get a lot. It's a little bit. They call for 2 squirts per panel on a rag as you're putting it on. 2 squirts per panel. So this stuff goes on, you know, really well. But you can see what we got going on. Look at that. I mean, that is one protected wheel. We're going to go around now and do the rest of them. Thanks for watching.